Welcome to the Deep Dive. We know you want to get up to speed quickly on complex topics, so we do the homework for you. Today, we're tackling a piece of tech with quite the name. The WolfPack 4K 30Hz 4x4 HDMI Seamless Matrix Switch with video wall and multiviewer. Sounds like a mouthful, right?
Yeah.
But our mission here is simple. Break down what it does, why you might actually need something like this, and how it can seriously upgrade video setups. Think of this as your shortcut to understanding.
Exactly. And don't let the name intimidate you. We're not talking about just, splitting an HDMI cable. This is really a command center. It's designed to manage multiple video sources, sending them to multiple screens with a lot of control. Getting a handle on this kind of device means unlocking some serious flexibility, whether that's for your home entertainment or maybe a more professional need.
Okay, let's start right there. The core function. 4x4 HDMI Seamless Matrix Switch. What problem is that actually solving for someone? Imagine you've got, say, a gaming console, a streaming box, maybe a computer, a security camera feed, lots of sources, and you've got multiple TVs or monitors. How do you get any of those pictures onto any of those screens easily and, instantly?
That's precisely it. The 4x4 part tells you the basics. 4 HDMI inputs coming in and 4 HDMI outputs going out. The matrix switch part means you can route any of those 4 inputs to any one or more of those 4 outputs. So total freedom. Different sources on different screens. Yep, same source on all screens. Sure, maybe source 1 goes to screen 1 and 2, while source 3 goes to screen 4. You can do that too. It's that many-to-many flexibility.
Right, that makes sense. But what about the seamless part? I think we've all switched inputs on a TV and gotten that annoying black screen for a second or two. How does this device avoid that? What does seamless feel like in practice?
Seamless is key, especially if you need things looking professional. Seamless switching means just that the transition between video sources is smooth, instantaneous. You don't get that black screen, no glitches, no frozen frames. It just cuts directly from one source to the next. Think about a presentation environment, or maybe a control room monitoring feeds, or even live streaming. You absolutely cannot have blank screens popping up. This gives you that totally uninterrupted professional look and feel. It keeps things smooth.
Okay, so beyond just switching inputs cleanly, let's talk about the features that sound really powerful. Video wall and multiviewer. How do these take a standard setup and turn it into something, well, more extraordinary?
Yeah, these are where it gets really interesting visually. Let's take the multiviewer first. This lets you display multiple sources, different video inputs, all on one single screen at the same time. This particular WolfPack unit is pretty impressive here. It supports 12 different layout modes for the multiviewer, lots of options.
So like picture-in-picture, but on steroids.
Kind of, yeah. But much more flexible. Imagine watching, say, 4 different sports games on your big screen simultaneously. Or maybe monitoring 4 different security camera feeds or data streams, all laid out neatly on one display. It's about consolidating information visually.
Okay, I can see the appeal there. What about the video wall function then?
The video wall does the opposite, in a way. It takes one video source and stretches it across multiple screens. So you can combine, say, 4 screens arranged in a 2x2 grid and display one single large unified image across all of them. This unit supports 9 different splicing modes, which gives you flexibility in how you arrange those screens to form the wall.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it's great for creating really immersive home theater experiences, or maybe eye-catching digital signage in a store, or those big overview displays in command centers.
All right, let's get into the technical stuff that makes all this high-quality video possible. We see terms like 4K at 60 Hz, 4.4.4, and 18 Gbps bandwidth. That sounds impressive, but what does it actually mean for the picture quality, the sharpness, the color we see?
Those specs are really about guaranteeing top-tier image fidelity. So 4K at 60 Hz means it supports ultra-high definition resolution at a smooth 60 frames per second, but the 4.4.4 part is also crucial. That refers to chroma subsampling, which is basically how color information is handled.
Okay.
4.4.4 means no color compression. Every pixel gets its full original color data. You get the most accurate, vibrant colors possible without any weird artifacts or fuzziness. Think of it like the difference between a high-quality photo print and a blurry copy. 4.4.4 is the original print.
Got it. And the bandwidth, 18 Gbps.
Right, that's the data pipeline. 18 gigabits per second is the bandwidth needed to carry all that uncompressed 4K 60 Hz 4.4.4 video data reliably. It ensures the signal gets through cleanly. Plus, it meets current standards like HDMI 2.0 for the connection itself and HDCP 2.2 for copyright protection. You need those for modern 4K content. It also supports deep color 8, 10, even 12-bit color depth, meaning smoother gradients and potentially billions of colors. And just quickly, for reliability, it has built-in ESD protection, that's electrostatic discharge protection. Protects the sensitive electronics.
Makes sense. Visuals are obviously critical, but you can't forget audio.
Yeah.
How does this switch deal with sound? Can you route audio separately or connect it to a high-end surround sound system, for instance?
Oh, absolutely. Audio is definitely not an afterthought here. This switch is quite flexible with audio. It can embed audio onto the HDMI signal or de-embed it, basically strip it out. It supports a huge range of HDMI audio formats, LPCM, which is uncompressed, plus all the major Dolby and DTS formats like Dolby True HD and DTS HD Master Audio, so full compatibility with home theater receivers.
So you can get the audio out separately.
Yes, that's a key feature. It has dedicated audio outputs. 4 optical SPDIF ports and 4 left-right analog audio outputs using Phoenix connectors.
Phoenix connectors?
Yeah, those are screw terminal connectors, very secure, often used in professional installations for reliable connections, especially over longer distances, maybe to amplifiers or a dedicated audio matrix.
Okay, so you've got all this power routing video everywhere, creating video walls, handling complex audio. How do you actually control this thing? Is it complicated?
Good question. Powerful gear needs good control. And they give you options here, which is nice. You've got the basics buttons right on the front panel for direct access. There's also an included IR remote control, for couch-friendly operation.
Standard stuff.
Right. But then for more advanced setups, you have RS-232 control. That's a common serial protocol for integrating with automation systems. And maybe the most versatile option is the Web GUI. It has an RJ45 network port, so you can connect it to your network and control everything through a web browser on your computer or tablet.
A graphical interface, okay.
Exactly. It also handles things like advanced ED management that helps the switch talk nicely with all your displays to make sure they get the right signal format. And it supports CEC control, which can let you control connected devices like turning your TV on or off, potentially through the switch itself, or via a master controller. Simplifies things. Just to list the connections quickly, it's got 4 HDMI inputs, 4 LR audio inputs paired with those, 4 HDMI outputs, then the separate audio inputs, 4 optical, 4 LR via Phoenix, and for control. TCP/IP, the network port, RS-232, an IR extension port, plus IR inputs and outputs for integrating remote control signals. Pretty comprehensive.
Let's touch on the device itself, the physical box.
Yeah.
What's it like? Size, weight, build, does it feel like a solid piece of equipment?
It definitely feels solid. It's not some lightweight plastic thing. It comes in a black metal enclosure. Dimension-wise, it's about 17.3 inches wide, 8 inches deep, and 1.75 inches high. Standard rack unit height.
So it can fit in a professional rack.
Exactly. It's designed for that, or just to sit sturdy on a shelf. It weighs around 5.6 pounds or 2.55 kilos. That weight suggests, robust construction inside. Power supply is external, standard AC input, DC output, and it's TAA compliant, which matters for certain government or educational purchasing requirements in the U.S.
Okay, last piece of the puzzle. The brand, WolfPack, and the company, HDTV Supply. For someone investing in this kind of tech, why should they feel confident?
That's always important, knowing who makes the gear. HDTV Supply, Inc. is the company behind WolfPack. And they've been around for a while, 24 years in the AV business, certified way back in 2003. They also have a pretty good reputation, rated as an exceptional top-quality store by Google Shopping, which is a decent indicator. Plus, WolfPack is their registered trademark, and the company is an HD-based Alliance adopter, showing they're engaged with industry standards. So yeah, they have credibility in this space.
So there we have it. We've unpacked that long name, the WolfPack 4K 30Hz 4x4 HDMI Seamless Matrix Switch with video wall and Multiviewer. We set out to make sense of it, and hopefully you now see how it's more than just a switch. It's about giving you serious control over how you see and share video.
Yeah, to sum it up, it's really a powerful, versatile hub. If you're dealing with multiple 4K sources and displays, and you need seamless switching, maybe a video wall, maybe multi-viewing, whether that's for a high-end home setup, a business installation, digital signage, a control room, this kind of device offers a very robust solution.
Okay, before we wrap up, here's something to think about. As screens become more and more central to everything we do, and we keep getting more sources of video content, how might devices like this WolfPack Matrix evolve further? How could they continue to simplify or maybe even transform the way we interact with all this visual information around us? Something to ponder.